In this video I tried dropshipping for 72 hours and I'm going to show you exactly what I did from building a store and basically finding a product, marketing it, and then basically how much profit I made because I actually made some sales, not like these other dropshipping videos you see out there where people make zero sales. I actually spent some money on ads and tried to make some sales and it worked. So I would say let's not waste any time and let's get right into it, and I will show you step by step exactly what I did so you can even implement some of the things for yourself. Now, the first thing I always do is obviously to find a product. I didn't have a product already. Now I have some other stores, so I know what good products are. Sometimes I would go a bit on TikTok, but honestly I've seen that like this TikTok organic or like TikTok made me buy it thing doesn't work anymore. You won't find good products under those hashtags. It's basically all saturated products, and I don't really know anyone really using that anymore. Instead, what I see a lot of people using, which I use myself for 2 years now, is a platform called AutoDS, which is basically the best winning product finding platform out there because there's hundreds of winning products being listed there every day. So I'm going to show you exactly what my product research looks like. Basically, as I said, I go onto AutoDS and then I go onto this marketplace right here where there's basically a lot of different products listed, and I scroll through there for a couple of minutes and basically make some notes on what product I think could be good. Now then I also often go into the handpicked product section, which I said where like e-com professionals picked some products out, and scroll through there and see if there's anything like eye-catching for me that I like to sell, because obviously it also has to be a product you can sell. You don't want to sell a dog toy if you don't have a dog. So after I did that, I basically landed on this water gun. But what I really liked about this is that it looked like a bigger water gun and it was not too expensive, so that we could get a good margin on it and actually sell it for like $80-90 and get more with each sale than just selling a small water gun for $20 per piece. So I really liked that, and then basically picked that product. But I also decided to look into the TikTok ads by section just for later to see what kind of creatives were popping off, which you can see here on AutoDS as well. And I always like to filter here for most likes. And I will leave a link down below where you can try out AutoDS for only $1, which is really a no-brainer because you can try out the tools and already make money with just investing $1. And if you don't like it, you can still unsubscribe. Now that I had my product, I obviously had to build a store for it to basically make some sales. Now I always use Shopify for this, so I went onto Shopify and created a new store. I basically used an offer again here where you could get 3 months for only $1. I will link that down below as well. And I basically created a brand new store, then chose a free theme. You don't really need a paid theme. I wouldn't recommend like the Dawn theme, but for example Sense or some other themes are pretty good. So I used the Sense theme and then basically imported my product with AutoDS. I also put in some reviews with an external app. I would always recommend to do this because you can basically build some social trust with other people, like saying that the water gun is cool and works really well, because people trust that way more than you just selling them in like a product description and telling them about the product. But basically this is what the store looked like in the end. Really clean, sleek and simple looking store, but that's all you need if you have a good product, which you can find with AutoDS, as I said. Then it was onto the final part, which is the part that basically takes the longest, and that is to sell the product. Now the main platform that I use to run ads on is TikTok ads, and basically created a brand new campaign. I then did some further targeting, but I'm always a fan of like broad targeting, since the TikTok algorithm will basically do all the targeting for you. They know the best what kind of people will buy your product once there's actually some data. Now then for the budget, I chose to go with $150 to spend per day. Now that was over 3 days since I did 72 hours of challenge, so it was like $450, which was okay. Now it started spending money that exact same day, which was really good because I didn't have any problems with like the campaign being approved or not, which was cool for once because I had some problems with that in the past. I basically just let it spend and went on about my day and actually got some sales on the first day. It wasn't too profitable, but that's always normal if you start a new campaign. Now on the second day, it was already looking way better. We were getting a lot of sales, especially in the morning, but then it slowed down a bit. But still, we were profitable on that day, so we made a lot more back than the $150 we spent. Now on the third day, it was looking not that good anymore. I wasn't really sure why that was, because normally with all of the data that it collected, it should have been even better, but I was feeling like the creators were kind of dying out already. But still, we made some good sales, so I wasn't really too mad about it. But now you're probably asking yourself, how much did I make in total? How many sales? So let's do the numbers now. Now in total, I spent 440 bucks, close to 450 that was like targeted. Then we got a total of 12 sales, which might not sound that much, but since this was like a more high ticket product that we offered, it still amounted to a total of $948 in sales. Now, of course, here we have to subtract the ad cost, which I just said was $440, and then also subtract product and shipping costs, which came out to roughly 280 bucks. So in total, we made a profit of $228. This is not too good for 3 days of running, but still, if we would continue running the store, we could for sure make more profit. Now, the great thing was that we also didn't spend as much time on product research, which a lot of other people do. They have to spend days on this, but since I used AutoDS, it just took like 10-15 minutes to find a good product, since they basically already do like the product finding process for you and list the best products on their site. So as I said, I can only recommend AutoDS. Check that out. The link is down below where you can try it for $1 only. And yeah, let me know how it works for you. You can comment down below because I'm 100% rooting for AutoDS since it's the best e-com tool out there. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this, and make sure to comment if you have any questions, and I will basically see you in the next video. Bye.